Hello, and welcome back to the Cambridge English Walking Podcast. I am Slava, and today we have something incredibly useful for your everyday English.
And I am Victoria. Welcome our wonderful English learners. Today we are walking through the historic, beautiful streets of Cambridge. Just look at the stunning architecture around us, the cobblestone streets and the old brick walls. It is the perfect place for a relaxing walk.
It really is beautiful. You know, people come to this city from all over the world to build a better future and achieve success. And that is exactly what we are talking about today. But we're not going to teach you boring textbook words.
Exactly. We are going to teach you 40 real, everyday English idioms about success, effort, and failure. These are the exact phrases you will hear if you move to the UK, work in an English-speaking office, or just chat with native speakers in a café.
We divided our walk into 4 parts. First, we will talk about starting a task and putting in effort. Second, achieving success. Third, making mistakes and failing. And finally, how to bounce back and not give up.
We will explain every single phrase clearly and slowly. So grab your coffee, enjoy the views of Cambridge, and let's start with part 1, starting and trying hard.
Let's begin with a phrase you will hear in almost every meeting or group project. Idiom number 1, to get the ball rolling.
To get the ball rolling means to simply start something. Imagine a heavy ball sitting on the grass. Pushing it for the first time is difficult, but once it starts rolling, the process gets much easier. Example, we have a lot of work to do today, Slava. Let's get the ball rolling.
Let's get it rolling. Idiom number 2 is to start from scratch.
This is a great one. To start from scratch means to start something completely from zero, using no pre-made materials. Imagine baking a cake using only flour and eggs, not a box from the supermarket. Example, I accidentally deleted my whole presentation, so I had to start from scratch.
Idiom number 3 is incredibly common when you start a new job or a new hobby. To learn the ropes.
To learn the ropes, this comes from old sailing ships, where new sailors had to learn how to tie and pull all the different ropes. Today, it means learning how to do a new task or understanding how an office works. Example, it is my first week at the new company. I'm still learning the ropes, so please be patient with me.
Idiom number 4 is a very British favorite. You will hear this everywhere in the UK. To get stuck in.
Oh, British people love this phrase. To get stuck in means to start doing something with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. It is usually about practical work or even eating a big meal. Example, we have a lot of boxes to unpack in the new apartment. Come on, let's get stuck in.
And when you get stuck in, you will probably use idiom number 5, to pull your weight.
To pull your weight means to do your fair share of the work. If you're in a team and everyone is working hard except you, people will say you're not pulling your weight. Example, if we want this project to succeed, everyone needs to pull their weight.
Idiom number 6 is very honest. It is to bite off more than you can chew.
Imagine putting a huge piece of an apple into your mouth. You can't chew it and you can't swallow it. In life, to bite off more than you can chew means you promised to do too much work and now you can't manage it. Example, I said yes to 3 new projects this week and now I am exhausted. I definitely bit off more than I could chew.
But if you are trying your best, you might use idiom number 7, to go the extra mile.
To go the extra mile means to do more than what is expected of you to make someone happy or to do a perfect job. Example, I love this hotel. The staff always goes the extra mile to make the guests feel comfortable.
Idiom number 8 is for when you are not sure if you will succeed, but you try anyway. To give it your best shot.
To give it your best shot simply means to try as hard as you can. You might not win, but you promise to put in maximum effort. Example, I don't know if I will pass my driving test today, but I'm going to give it my best shot.
Idiom number 9 is about focusing. It is to keep your eye on the prize.
The prize is your ultimate goal. To keep your eye on the prize means you ignore all the distractions and small problems, and you just stay focused on what you want to achieve. Example, learning English can be hard and frustrating, but keep your eye on the prize, fluent conversations in the future.
And finally, idiom number 10. After a long day of working hard, pulling your weight, and going the extra mile, what do? We call it a day.
My favorite phrase. To call it a day means you decide to stop working because you have done enough or because you are too tired to continue. Example, we have been walking and filming for 3 hours now, Slava. Let's call it a day and go get some dinner.
But we're not calling it a day just yet. We have 30 more idioms to learn. Let's keep walking down this gorgeous street and start part 2. Idioms about success and winning.
Welcome to part 2. As we keep walking down these charming streets, it's a great time to talk about what happens when your effort gives you good results. We're talking about success.
Exactly. When you work hard for a long time and finally succeed, you can use idiom number 11 to pay off.
To pay off. We aren't talking about paying money to a bank. When we say your hard work pays off, it means your effort finally produces a good result or a reward. Example, I studied English every single day for a year, and it really paid off. I finally got a job in London.
That is a perfect example. A very similar phrase is idiom number 12, to bear fruit.
I love this one because it paints a picture in your mind. Think of a farmer planting an apple tree. He waters it for years, and finally the tree gives him apples. It bears fruit. In life, it means your plan or your hard work is finally giving you successful results. Example, after months of negotiations, our new business strategy is finally beginning to bear fruit.
Idiom number 13 is incredibly common in everyday conversation. When you do something perfectly, you can say to nail it.
Yes, imagine you have a hammer and a nail. If you hit the nail perfectly on the head with one strike, you nail it. We use this when someone completes a task flawlessly. Example, I was so nervous about my job interview today, but I absolutely nailed it.
In the UK, we have another fun way to say that. Idiom number 14 is a British favorite, to smash it.
To smash it. Normally, smash means to break something into pieces, like a window. But in British slang, if you smash it, it means you did an absolutely amazing job. Example, did you hear about Tom's presentation? He completely smashed it. The boss loved it.
Being in a university city like Cambridge always reminds me of exams. If you take a difficult test and get a top score, you use idiom number 15, to pass with flying colors.
To pass with flying colors. Hundreds of years ago, when ships returned from a successful battle, they would sail back into the port with all their bright flags, or colors, flying in the wind. Today, it means to pass a test or an evaluation easily and with an excellent score. Example, she didn't just pass her driving test, she passed with flying colors.
Idiom number 16 is for when you are having a lucky or successful period. It is to be on a roll.
To be on a roll. Imagine a ball rolling down a hill. It gets faster and faster, and nothing can stop it. When a person is on a roll, it means they are experiencing a series of successes, one after another. Example, our company won 3 new contracts this week. We are really on a roll.
Idiom number 17 is extremely useful in both business and daily life. A win-win situation.
A win-win situation. This means a solution or a deal where everyone benefits, nobody loses. Example, if I cook dinner and you wash the dishes, we save time and we eat well. It is a win-win situation.
Ooh, I like that deal. Now, idiom number 18 is used when you talk about someone who is very talented. It is to go places.
To go places. This doesn't mean just traveling on a bus. If you say a person is going places, it means they are talented, smart, and will definitely have a very successful future. Example, that young actor is incredibly talented. He is really going places.
Idiom number 19 is about a sudden, perfect success. It is to hit the jackpot.
To hit the jackpot. A jackpot is the biggest prize in a casino game, but in real life, it means finding exactly what you were looking for or having a stroke of incredible luck. Example, we really hit the jackpot with this hotel. The view is amazing and it was so cheap.
And finally, idiom number 20. When you achieve all your goals, how do you feel? You feel on top of the world.
On top of the world. Imagine standing on the highest mountain, looking down at everything. You feel unbeatable, completely happy and successful. Example, when she said yes to my marriage proposal, I felt on top of the world.
It is a wonderful feeling to be on top of the world, but life is not always perfect. Let's turn down this next quiet street and talk about the tough times in Part 3, Idioms about mistakes and failure.
Welcome to Part 3. As we walk down this quieter street, away from the loud crowds, it is a good time to talk about something we all face, failure. You cannot have success without making a few mistakes.
That is so true. Everyone fails sometimes. And when you miss an opportunity because you were too slow or hesitated, you can use idiom number 21, to miss the boat.
To miss the boat. Imagine you are running to the port with your suitcase, but the ship has already sailed away. You are too late. In real life, it means you missed a great chance or opportunity. Example, I waited too long to buy tickets for the concert, and now they're sold out. I really missed the boat.
Idiom number 22 comes from sports, but we use it at work all the time. To drop the ball.
Ah, yes, to drop the ball. In sports, like rugby or basketball, if you drop the ball, your team loses the advantage. In life, it means you made a mistake or failed to do your responsibility. Example, I am so sorry I forgot to send that important email to the client. I really dropped the ball on that one.
And if you drop the ball, you will probably use idiom number 23, to mess up.
To mess up is an incredibly common phrasal verb. It simply means to make a mistake, to do something badly, or to ruin a situation. Example, I was cooking a special dinner for my wife, but I burned the meat. I completely messed up.
When a project fails completely and you have to start all over again, you use idiom number 24, back to square one.
Back to square one. Think of a board game. You play for a long time, but then you draw a bad card and you have to return to the very first square on the board. It means all your progress is lost and you must start from the beginning. Example, our software crashed and deleted all our files. We're back to square one.
A very similar and famous phrase is idiom number 25, back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board. A drawing board is the table where architects create their plans. If a building falls down, the architect must go back to the drawing board to design a new plan. It means your current plan failed and you need a new idea. Example: our marketing campaign didn't work at all. It is time to go back to the drawing board.
Idiom number 26 is very sad, especially when it involves money or time. To go down the drain.
To go down the drain. The drain is the hole in your sink where the dirty water disappears. If your hard work or money goes down the drain, it means it is completely wasted or ruined. Example: I bought a cheap used car and the engine broke the next day. £1,000 just went down the drain.
Idiom number 27 is about creating your own problems. To shoot yourself in the foot.
Obviously, don't do this with a real gun. Idiomatically, it means doing or saying something foolish that damages your own chances of success. Example: he shot himself in the foot by being rude to the manager during his job interview.
Idiom number 28 is very short and very common. To blow it.
To blow it means to completely ruin a great opportunity. You had a chance to succeed, but you made a stupid mistake. Example: I had a chance to win the competition, but I forgot the rules. I totally blew it.
Idiom number 29 is used to describe a very bad idea. A recipe for disaster.
Yes, a recipe for disaster. A recipe tells you how to cook a meal. If you mix bad ingredients, you get a terrible meal. In life, this idiom means a situation or a plan that is guaranteed to fail or cause huge problems. Example: giving a teenager a fast sports car is a recipe for disaster.
And finally, idiom number 30 is a great piece of advice when things go wrong. Don't cry over spilled milk.
Don't cry over spilled milk. If you accidentally knock over a glass of milk, crying won't put the milk back into the glass. The mistake has already happened. This idiom means you should not be upset about mistakes from the past that you cannot change. Example: you failed the exam, but don't cry over spilled milk. Let's just study harder for the next one.
That is beautiful advice. Mistakes happen, but we have to keep going. Let's continue our walk and move to part 4, idioms about resilience and never giving up.
Welcome to part 4, our final and most important section. As we continue our walk, it is time to talk about resilience. Mistakes happen, but the most successful people are the ones who refuse to give up.
Ah, absolutely. And if your friend is going through a hard time, the best thing you can say is idiom number 31. Hang in there.
Hang in there. Imagine you are holding on to a branch of a tree. It is hard and your hands hurt, but you must not let go. In life, it means don't give up. Keep trying. Things will get better. Example: I know learning English grammar is frustrating right now, but hang in there. You will understand it soon.
Idiom number 32 is also very physical and positive. Keep your chin up.
Keep your chin up. When people are sad or defeated, they usually look down at the floor. If you tell someone to keep their chin up, you are telling them to stay positive and proud, even in a difficult situation. Example: you didn't get the job this time, but keep your chin up. A better opportunity is coming.
I love the imagery in idiom number 33. It is light at the end of the tunnel.
Light at the end of the tunnel. When you are driving through a long, dark tunnel, it can feel scary, but eventually you see the light ahead. It means you are nearing the end of a difficult period, and success is finally close.
Example, my university exams have been exhausting, but I only have one left. I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Idiom number 34 is about surviving a crisis. To weather the storm.
To weather the storm. Imagine a small ship in the middle of a terrible ocean storm. The sailors can't stop the storm, they just have to survive it. In daily life, it means successfully dealing with a very difficult problem or crisis. Example, the company lost a lot of money last year, but we managed to weather the storm, and now we are profitable again.
And after you weather the storm, you use idiom number 35. To get back on your feet.
To get back on your feet. When a problem knocks you down, you don't stay on the floor. You stand up again. This idiom is often used when someone recovers from an illness or a financial problem. Example, he lost all his savings, but he worked hard and finally got back on his feet.
Idiom number 36 is a beautiful one. A blessing in disguise.
A blessing in disguise. A blessing is a wonderful gift, and in disguise means wearing a mask so you don't recognize it. We use this when something seems terrible at first, but it actually leads to a very positive result. Example, losing my job was a blessing in disguise because it forced me to start my own successful business.
Idiom number 37 is perfect for starting fresh. To turn over a new leaf.
To turn over a new leaf. Hundreds of years ago, the pages of a book were called leaves, so turning over a new leaf simply means turning to a blank page to start a new chapter. It means deciding to change your behavior, build better habits, and be a better person. Example, he used to be very lazy, but this year he turned over a new leaf and started exercising every day.
Idiom number 38 means things are finally getting better. To turn the corner.
To turn the corner. Imagine walking down a dark street, and then you turn the corner, and suddenly the sun is shining. It means you have passed the most difficult part of an illness or a problem, and things are improving. Example, the patient was very sick, but the doctor says she has finally turned the corner.
Idiom number 39 is all about resilience. To pick yourself up.
To pick yourself up. If you fall into the mud, you don't stay there. You pick yourself up, clean your clothes, and keep walking. It means recovering from a failure and returning to normal life. Example, after his business failed, he took a month to rest, picked himself up, and tried again.
And finally, idiom number 40, the ultimate phrase of success and motivation. The sky is the limit.
Exactly. The sky is the limit. Look up. There's no roof, no ceiling, nothing to stop you. It means there are absolutely no limits to what you can achieve if you work hard. Example, your English has improved so much this year. Keep practicing because the sky is the limit.
Wow, Victoria. That was 40 idioms. But look at the time. The sun is still shining and our students are doing so incredibly well today.
You know what? You are totally right, Slava. Let's do a surprise bonus round. Let's give them 10 more idioms to make it a perfect 50. We can call this Bonus Part 5, the Ultimate Champions.
I absolutely love that. All right, champions, let's keep walking. Idiom number 41, to come a long way.
To come a long way. This simply means to make a lot of progress or to improve significantly over time. You know, Slava, do you remember when we filmed our very first video? We were so nervous.
Oh, I remember. We made so many mistakes. We have definitely come a long way since then, and our students have too. Example: you have come a long way since your very first English lesson. Your pronunciation is great.
Exactly. Now, idiom number 42, to get a second wind.
A second wind, like the weather?
No, not the weather. Imagine you are running a long race. You feel completely exhausted, but suddenly you get a fresh burst of energy. That is a second wind. Example: I was so tired at 3 p.m., but I had some coffee, got a second wind, and finished the report.
I actually feel like I just got a second wind right now. Talking about these bonus idioms gives me energy. Okay, idiom number 43, to make a comeback.
To make a comeback. This means to return to success after a very bad period.
Like when a famous rock band stops playing for 10 years and then releases a huge hit album.
Yes, exactly. That is a massive comeback. Example: the football team was losing all season, but they made a fantastic comeback in the final game.
Idiom number 44, to stand your ground.
To stand your ground. This means you refuse to change your opinion or position when people attack or pressure you.
So, is it just being stubborn?
Not exactly. It's more about being brave and protecting your boundaries. Example: they tried to lower her salary, but she stood her ground and said no.
I respect that. Now, idiom number 45, to step up to the plate.
What does the plate mean here? Is it about food?
No, not food. This comes from the sport of baseball. When a player steps up to the plate, it's their turn to hit the ball and score for the team. In business or daily life, it means taking responsibility in a difficult situation. Example: when the manager got sick, Sarah stepped up to the plate and led the entire team.
Sarah is a great leader. All right, idiom number 46, to hold your head high.
To hold your head high. Sometimes we fail and we feel embarrassed. We want to look down at the floor. But holding your head high means remaining proud of your effort even after a defeat. Example: you lost the match, but you played perfectly, so hold your head high.
Idiom number 47, to bite the bullet.
Why would anyone bite a bullet? That sounds dangerous.
It is a very old phrase. Hundreds of years ago, before modern medicine, soldiers had to bite a lead bullet to handle the pain during surgery. Today, it means forcing yourself to do something very unpleasant because you have no other choice. Example: I hate going to the dentist, but I just have to bite the bullet and go.
Ouch! That is a great way to remember it. Idiom number 48, to rise to the occasion.
To rise to the occasion. This means to perform brilliantly when there's a sudden challenge or emergency. You find the strength inside you. Example: it was a very difficult project, but he really rose to the occasion and saved the day.
We are almost at the end. Idiom number 50, to go out with a bang.
To go out with a bang. A bang is the loud sound of fireworks. This means to finish something in a very exciting, memorable, and successful way. Example: for our last day of vacation, let's go out with a bang and rent a huge boat.
I am definitely ready for a vacation. And finally, the absolute last one, idiom number 50, to come out on top.
To come out on top. This means to survive a struggle or win a competition as the ultimate winner. Example: it was a really hard year for the business, but we kept working and we came out on top.
Wow, 50 incredible idioms. You guys did an amazing job listening and walking with us today. We're so incredibly proud of you for staying until the very end, going the extra mile and giving it your best shot.
You truly rose to the occasion today. Practice makes permanent, guys. Go down to the comments right now and write one sentence using your absolute favorite idiom from today's walk. Thank you for joining us. Please hit the like button and subscribe.
We'll see you in the next walk. Keep your chin up and have a brilliant week. Bye.
Bye-bye.